Gotcha.
It's been a little while.
A long while. I've been busy with work and my house.
And my back surgery. So
Yes.
enough said there. Anyway, so we're brewing today, and I've got a more faithful back here, and so
We got a UPS delivery.
so today we're gonna brew a beer by
Lermo.
also known as Larmo by us, but it is Lermo.
You can't see it. It's a secret.
Yeah, it's
You
kind of
gotta
a
get
secret.
it from yourself.
That's right.
You
It's
gotta be his friend.
it's based on Larry's
Roadrunner.
American Roadrunner, which is actually a pale ale, which kind of pushes on the IPA range, which is just fine for us.
Yeah, which is lovely actually.
And then we're gonna do minor substitutions. Like I'll tell you the substitutions. I won't tell you the rest. But he had caramalt, and we're putting in Crystal 20. The one is I think 18.3, and this is 20L Lovabond. So they're pretty close. And then one other change that we're doing is I had all the hops, believe it or not, all the hops, because I got so many hops this last summer at HomebrewCon, and I didn't have enough Simcoe to put 2 ounces of Simcoe in the end, but I got a whole bunch of the Equinaut, which is the same as Equinox. I guess there must have been some legal reason for a name change of that hop.
Probably.
So we're gonna put in 2 ounces of that in the dry hop. But anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping and get brewing.
We're already late.
Yeah, we are. We finally got the water there. We've got our 20 liters. That's recirculating. That's the word. I think that's the word. And we're about to start milling up. Like milling grains. I don't know, milling up. We had a blooper just earlier. I'll show you.
Ballin'. Holland? Oh yeah, Holland. Holland? That's the word. Holland balls. That's what I was going for. Because I was saying she's not much of a homely person, but I meant homebody. Not very homely or whatever, so it got misinterpreted from her. But I meant homebody because I was tired. Barb was doing stuff in the kitchen, so. But she has gotten better over the years, I guess.
Well, I'll explain that in a minute. Worry about the drivetrain now.
Best drivetrain I've ever driven.
Yeah, that's good. That's the difference. So we need to talk to somebody that's going to answer the question as far as the leather and the trim, because without leather seats, let's see if she likes them. Come down. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
What? Coming up? It's pumping. I gotta stop the pump. Get that off real fast. Oh, Christian. You stop. Yeah. That thing on 2 hands. So where's the trick? A little bit of that. So anyway, okay, all those little things. I don't know why it's like not wanting to screw on. Don't talk about old age. It's a pissy subject. It's back to it. Realize that. So we're gonna try something that we don't always do, but we should do. The Braumeister has this spot built in where you can stir the mash. But honestly, it's kind of a pain in the butt, so we don't normally do it. Because you gotta take this off, and then you gotta get the
It burns.
yeah, the filter out of there. So we'll clean some of that off, we'll figure that out. But we're gonna go ahead and stir it just to increase some efficiency in the middle ones. It seems so funny to do because I know so many people that have stopped even stirring their mash regularly. Like Ryan Rashawn doesn't stir his in the middle. He says it makes no difference. But you know, since this is a low ABV beer, thought that it might be a good idea to do that, to get as much as we can out of it for sure. When I mash in on my old mash tun, I still like to stir it at least twice in the middle. I time it out.
Good? And done. Where's your,
It takes a little bit more time to do this than the automatic time they give it. So we paused it and it's complaining.
How much does a mesh for these cost?
I don't know.
Can't use the size anymore. And you're around.
So this summer I had repaired the fermentation chamber, if you remember. That's been working awesome. But I had pulled all these beers from the bottom to other fridges and things, and then my back went. I never got to finish that. So well, we're having to sort out beers that were over in this fridge, and beers over here, and I had beers in another place that are loaded to the gill. So we're doing some sorting, but in the midst of sorting, we found something with no label anywhere, so I think we're gonna drink that one now.
This was the project you were talking about?
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Not worried about keeping this open because actually the outside temperature is colder than what the level that I try to maintain it at. So if anything, we'll have to warm it up for fermenting the beer. All right, Christian's gonna pop the top on the unknown beer. It could be meat for all I know, but we'll find out.
No. Don't know.
I think that's too dark for me. That's definitely gotta be a beer.
What a wonderful
And
world.
it's carbonated, so it's a beer. We don't know how it's bottled or anything. For all I know, this is one of the Ancient of Days ones from like 2011. Ooh.
Doesn't really have any residue in the bottom, so I would say it was a
So it's gotta be
forced
fresher.
car.
Yeah, we.
This smells
Oh,
like
oh.
a Belgian straw.
Yeah, this has gotta be our winter warmer.
The winter warmer. Well, it's good because it's winter and we're fucking cold.
Yeah, it's a little cool.
That's a good beer.
Yeah,
That's delicious.
yeah, that aged beautifully. And here at Christmas, and I really couldn't be drinking it, so that sucked.
Thank you, label, for falling off.
Yeah. All right, back to sorting. Well, we're doing fairly good. This whole column right here is all Bourbon County stouts and a few barley wines. And this row of 4 is all Hair of the Dog beers going back to 2012. Going back to 2013 on the Bourbon Counties, which are at the front, because we need to start consuming that. And now we're moving to other stuff. And this bottom section is mostly Firestone Walker, but I've got a few things hidden back there that I wanted to age for fun. Oh goodness sakes, there's more hidden in the middle there. So I feel like I've done pretty good. I mean, look, we're down to just this on the table and what we've got down below. I know that when the chamber went out, I thought I'd, drink quite a few of my beers, but that's a lot less. Well, shit. Oh well, there's a little bit more work to do, I guess. On with the sorting. We don't have much time before we gotta start mashing out.
And drink.
All right, we gotta get our butts moving over here. Doing all the sorting. 2.3 gallons. We are at the end. It's beeping at me. And the mash, check. All right, now we're gonna remove the mold pipe, but and all of our other stuff, we didn't get our water boiled, but we'll get there.
Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how we do.
Already, she's like, she doesn't know where to go now.
Well, there was too many wind gusts, so we had to bring the burner in, and we're almost up to temp finally. Actually, we are up to temp, thank goodness, and we can now start doing our sparge. It's really fun rewatching Game of Thrones one time through.
Oh.
Did you realize that when it went from the 3rd season to the 4th season, that in season 4, it's a whole entire completely new guy? Because Allie was asking the other day, she's like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that, I think it's the same guy. They just changed the, is that a fake mouse or a dead one?
Well, that would be a dead one.
Oh.
Got another one. I've been starting to reset
Oh,
these traps
yeah,
recently.
that's definitely a trap.
Yeah, we've got alarms going off and stuff to talk about here. So here's our first 1/4 ounce of some kind of bittering hop.
Sounds good to me. We're going to talk about turning off alarms on phones first, because that's what we should do.
Because it drives him crazy. So there you go.
Hey, I can think.
He's like, that's not an iPhone alarm.
So the funny thing is that Dad got a whole bunch of cryo hops from Homebrew Con, and I had to pick up some DME just in case our beer was a little lighter than we thought.
Yeah.
And guess what? Found a beer. The cryo IPA. So, I mean,
And here's the other interesting thing.
I think we should try it.
I think we're gonna end up with IPA, because when you look at these cryo hops, it's like it bumps the alpha acids up big time. So you really need to adjust things down. Yeah, fuck that. So, did I say that?
I'm sorry. No, we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
That's what I would say.
Because we kind of wanted an IPA.
Pale Ale, IPA. It's all the same. It makes me happy.
Yeah, he's probably a lot happier. And actually, I've got some mix of not cryo and cryo, and anyway, so we've got this is a substitute, so I can show this to you. We've got some Equinox. That's right, or Equinox instead of Equinox. Same thing. It's the same thing. They just changed the name. And what else do I got? I'll just show you one other one. We got some Simcoe, baby. Yeah. So, and again, this one's 27%. So, yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh darn.
Oh well. We're not really worried about it. I did put in though what those percentages were though into the calculator. So the old man's freaking
Delicious.
panicking, and then we ended up at 10:35. I've not been getting the efficiencies that I'm supposed to be getting. It's been driving me absolutely nuts. So Christian, to be the good lad that he is, runs off, and what'd you do?
Get a sandwich.
Well, yeah.
What about some DME?
Got some DME, so we can bump it up, which we need to do, and I'll calculate that. I'll go and calculate that in a minute. So
I told you, we're always a little
it's
low.
gonna go off by 5, but still, that's too freaking low. That would be too low of an ABV for me. So I'm gonna calculate how much of this light dry malt extract that we're gonna pop in just to give it a little boost, and it adds some more flavor too. Let's be honest. Here's what I figured out. I've had people say, try this, adjust that, blah blah blah, over the years with my adjustments to the Braumeister equipment profile. That is what screwed it all up. I actually saved as on the recipe and tried the different equipment profiles and found I went back to the original one that was provided by Beersmith 2.0. I'd love to see if there's a new dialed in one. If you've got a really dialed in one for like IPAs, let's say especially, that are in that 5 to 6% range and it really works and you've got the 20 liter, I want your profile so I can play with it and see what that looks like in comparison. I'm serious. So that made me feel better. So I got to go to all my recipes and switch them back over to that profile and save them that way. Make that my default profile from now on. So we're not that horribly far off, but it did feel quite thin though. I tasted it.
It was looking.
It was looking super thin. So I need to bump up just a tad. So we'll calculate that out. So who was causing the problem? That was me, getting my own way. But hey, we're gonna have some cryo hop beer in a minute.
Yeah.
So we
I'm
can
gonna
go
finish
literally
my,
cry in our beer.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish this and get some IPA.
Yeah.
Had to crack the garage door open because Barbara might not return if it just smells like beer all day.
Those Kahlua barbs here. All right. So I did a little calculator and it was interesting because to take it from 1035 to 1043, which is where I really like to have it, because we actually added more water than we should have. That's part of our issue. So that's part of it anyway. It said 16.8 ounces, so we got 16 ounces here, right? 1 pound. So here we go. Christian's
The
gonna
math was not that hard.
No. Hopefully we're accurate, but we're gonna drink it no matter what.
That's the truth.
You know, it's funny. I don't do that much with DME anymore, but it really is your friend. I know that SJ has no problem throwing some DME in something at any given time. Of course, she's got it sitting around in his basement, so why not? On another topic, since the cat passed away a year ago, we don't have anything to kill out the field mice, so we did empty a trap of a mouse. And Christian had a cat living under his house.
Oh, let's talk about that.
It's a sore subject. It ripped up a bit of insulation in there
That's gonna cost money.
and ripped up a screen to get under the house.
And on other news, the camera didn't add 10 pounds. I just got fat.
I should be so fat. Teaspoon thingy. Turn this off or Christian goes crazy on me. So we're gonna get a teaspoon of our yeast nutrient, beer yeast nutrient, and you know, because this stuff's been around for a while, and I don't know why I got a massive amount, I just go ahead and I go with a massive 2 teaspoons of the Irish moss. That's right, because there's Irishness. So why use a wolf lock? Use Irish moss. Here we go again. Boom. All right. So I will tell you what this one is, just because this is the dreaded Centennial. But yeah, Centennial actually has its uses. So we're gonna put that in, and then
You got cryo hops.
Yeah.
Simcoe. Bum-ba-da.
so that was. Oh God forbid I dropped a few hops. Here we go. So an ounce of 3 different hops going in there.
They look different to you guys? I don't know. They smell good though.
So this isn't gonna taste exactly like Larry's, that's for sure. This is definitely gonna be a bumped up version.
This will be a bastardized Roadrunner.
Clementized. Good old Clements. They're always messing with things.
Been watching too much Game of Thrones, that's why that came out.
What you haven't seen is we've been cleaning bottles, and I got more bottles in the utility sink, so just drying the outsides. The insides are pretty good. They've been cleaned and then sanitized and then drying. So, oh, but it sounds like it's time to wrap this beer up. Here we go. Higher volume of water, it cools faster. Stirring helps a lot. I can already tell because the water is warmer since you stirred. Damn, I'm at 23.5 Celsius already. Now we get down to like 21. I mean, this was quick. You're already done, dude. And that water flow. The water flow is huge. Hi, Christian. Over there, you got your USO5 right there. How to practice.
Eat up, buddies.
I've got that already. Yeah. Details. Important little details. Oh, yeah. No, we don't. Yeah. Yeah. Details. Need to sanitize the bubbler there. Yeah, whatever. Mr. Muscles are gonna do some lifting here. Salvage my back. And then spin it for the temperature side out. Yeah. The blanket really helps insulate it further. Oh, wait. What am I doing?
Yeah, hold
heat
on.
wrap
Let's
goes
put
on
the
first,
heat
doesn't
wrap
it?
on first.
Out of practice. Yeah, you'll need that out of the way. Wrong way.
Whatever.
Out of practice. There's one bungee. So the hydrometer, when you're measuring that way, did the hops inside there make it different in your measurement, I wonder? It's one of those things I need to know. So Christian didn't hear my numbers, but our goal temp 68 for fermentation, and then actually is at 68.8. So
I'd
We did
say,
pretty-
bam,
yeah,
for two guys that haven't brewed in way too long.
way too long. That puts us at half a year for sure.
Ooh,
All right,
we were really getting good at some of these brews.
we were.
So,
Whew, just back from PT. They kicked my ass. But it is now January 24th. It's been a week since we put the Road Runner Light in the fermentation chamber, and it's holding right here. I'll show you in a minute. It's holding just beautifully at a good temp. So you can see that our goal is 68 Fahrenheit, and at the moment it's 67.5. Holding pretty good. So we're varying a little bit from Lermo 22's recipe. And what we're doing, we're dry hopping with 4 ounces, which is what he calls for. But what have we got? We got a funny mixer. So we've got an ounce of Cryo Citra, and then we got an ounce of the what they call Noble Citra. Explain that one to me. I'm not quite sure. And then we've got 2 of these packages of the Cryo Equinaut, which was formerly called Equinox, if you're familiar with that. So, yeah, this should kick our ass because it's 24.9% alpha. You know, we're turning this sucker into a full-fledged IPA. Let's be honest about that. All right, we get this baby tucked away in here. So first, I got my 2 types of Citra. Get that sucker open. And then we've got our Equinaut. And then a new little thing I started doing, I picked up from none other than SJ Pour, but we're going to give this a little bit of a swirl of love. I mean, there's no oxygen in there, so we're not oxygenating it. And the last thing I'm going to do is replace this towel that I keep on it. Because the fermentation chamber can get water build up in here, and the bottom of the towel will get wet, and it just doesn't quite hold as well. This had been holding constantly at 168. That little light dampness is probably that whole half a degree. So if you're not familiar with my setup, I've got refrigeration up here. I've got a fan just to the side over here. It's blowing across to a second fan that blows down this tube that's on the back, and it blows it down into the chamber below where I keep bottled beers, both commercial and homebrew. And so I try to keep that down at about 55 degrees as far as the chamber. Not a problem in the winter to do, obviously. And then, so we're putting the little heating belt that's wrapped around. So by putting this insulation around that heating belt, it just allows it to be more efficient in heating up the bucket. And so then over here we've got our Inkbird, and it's just holding it through the thermal well that's right down out on the inside, and it just really holds it at just a beautiful temperature. Like I say, I'm normally maybe a half a degree up or down, so within 1 degree of my target consistently. If I want to vary whatever I do with my beer, as far as temps go in the fermentation, it's just not a problem. It just works like a champ. So we're going to let this sit just like Larry does. We didn't rack over. We just added the additional hops to this, so 4 ounces total. And we're going to let that all sit together for another 7 days. Christian will be here and he'll help me because it's a lifting thing that I have to avoid with the back now. But we'll rack over. All right, so we're racking over.
in the mad scientist laboratory.
That's right. And we just kind of wanted to show you, we're not going to pull it all the way out, but we're actually using our hop filter. We've put it into the bucket, and so it's getting screened out that way because we did a lot of dry hopping. And then it's going to go right back through here too, so we've got it doubling up. Good, it's coming out nice and clear. That's just going to do a great job. We had a lot of hops floating, and this ain't no pale ale.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, so it smells amazing. You can totally get the Simcoe and the Citra on it. It smells awesome. So we're going to get this done, and then we'll get it carved up, and we'll give it a try. Let you guys know what it turned out like. And here we are. This is the beer. That's pretty nice looking, don't you think? There's just a light haze to it, but otherwise it's clear. Look, you can really see the bubbles coming up off the bottom on that, adding to that head. It came out clean. I wish Christian was here for this. He's been too busy. It has a good aroma to it. You know me, I'd like to experiment with other things, but it primarily has kind of like the Citra kind of kick going on. But in addition to that, it also has, I mean, that cat piss as some people call it, but it also has like a lot of citrus quality to it. You know, a real grapefruit kick, a little bit of orange kick on there because there's Amarillo in it. You get a little bit of tropical. I got just a moment ago some pineapple off the top of it. Cheers, I'm gonna jump in. Yeah, that's a nice beer. Just a little bit of tropical, really balanced out. Some mango, a little bit of pineapple, as I said, then some citrus kick on it, which is really nice, and a little bit of the Citra as well. So it's fun. So since this was not really Lermo 22's exact recipe, we're calling this the turbocharged American Roadrunner. Cheers to that. Yeah, this one came out quite fun. I'm enjoying it. One of my other sons, Thomas, was over. He had a couple glasses last Saturday. We were doing a early birthday thing for me. And he was really loving it. And then we went over to our favorite watering hole for their 5th anniversary and comparing it to some of the beers that they had there, and he said it held up every bit to any of the beers that they had on tap. So that's about as nice a compliment as you could ever get. He said, yeah, you guys got the IPA game down. So that's fun, but it's a pretty beer. And if you want the recipe, you can message me. I will send it to you. My tweaked version, that is. But this is Kevin Clemens Homebrew saying life's too short, so go out and brew some killer beers. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everyone. We'll catch you later. Cheers.